Welcome back everyone to Tater Tanks. Today I am playing the M48 Patton on the map Highway. So you can see that we spawned in the southwest corner of the mini-map. And so this is where I usually like to start off, just trying to get a few quick shots into enemies trying to rush along the A line. Like that, except I generally try to hit my shots and quickly find some cover. So because I got spotted there, I'm assuming that their light tank is somewhere in one of the bushes along the river. So I'm going to stay behind the building now for a bit and just try to get shots in on the players that are backing up a bit too far out from behind that hill. You can see my platoon mate in the UDES 15/16 has pushed all the way into the back corner, and with his really good armor, when he can hull down like that, that's a really good spot for him to play. There were some tanks that got spotted, so I am able to put a few shots in now from the back here, supporting a little bit. And just as he goes unspotted, I put another shot in. I'm not sure if that one landed or not. I'll have to check that later on. I was a little bit indecisive there. I should have just stayed focused on tracking the Char Future 4, but instead I lost any chance I had of a shot by trying to decide between the two instead of just focusing on one. So we got a pretty good grip on the A1 corner there. I feel like most of their tanks have been spotted. If I had been paying a little bit more attention to the tank list while the game was happening, I could have been a bit more aggressive. I probably would have felt comfortable pushing down into the light tank and trying to find him. But I guess I was not paying enough attention to that. And so even after I got spotted there once again, I decided to back up instead of keep going. And there's the light tank. He decided to run. I'm able to get a few nice shots into him as a result of him getting spotted. I believe the gun on the M48 Patton has alpha damage of 390, and the penetration value is 268 on the standard rounds. And this game, I was thoroughly impressed with the gun handling on it. I missed a few shots here and there, but overall, I feel like the gun performed very well. I believe I'm running a turbo gun rammer, and I'm not sure what my third piece of equipment is. But so far, I actually don't play this tank enough. It sits in my garage a lot, and I don't pull it out very often, but generally I can get some pretty good results out of it, as you'll see at the end of this game. This game, I pulled it out on a whim. I don't think I'd played it in a few months before playing this battle, and later on we'll see the results of how this battle went. So the enemy team has gained control of the city in the bottom right corner of the minimap, so we are just trying to fall back a little bit and defend our base. On my minimap at least, it says they have a bit of a hit point advantage, so we want to play this careful and make sure we don't throw this defense. But as I say that, I think I get spotted here and take a lot of damage. Yeah, there we go. So take a nice shot there. Get a little bit of spotting as a result though, so that's worth it. But there's the tortoise with a shot in. Also from the city somewhere. You can see now that I've switched to my heat rounds, the high explosive anti-tank, my premium ammo, because with tanks like the Minotauro and the Mouse and the T95, I didn't feel like bouncing everything, and I'm not at close enough range where I can just really laser in on their weak spots. or get in from behind. So I switched to the premium ammo, hoping to get a bit more damage in and win this battle. I could take another big hit from the T-95, but he's out of commission now, thankfully. So I'm going to try poking this again and seeing if I can't find that mouse somewhere. We found the tortoise now, but he has spotted me as well. And again, I get a nice dose of assistance there for spotting him. So since the enemy team was pushing from the city into our base, I've been playing from these ravines here in the river. And now that we have mostly cleared out the enemy team in our base, I feel confident pushing up a little bit farther and coming out from behind cover enough to try to take out this Minotauro. Just like that. But I also know I'll be spotted from that, so I quickly want to get behind cover behind some of these destructible buildings, just enough to avoid taking a kill shot. And then I'll wait until I'm unspotted, or until an enemy comes up and get a few more shots in. Now I'm comfortably behind cover, and we get that kill as well. Now we can start pushing out a bit more, and you can see my platoon mate is in a good position to spot anyone coming towards our base. And just like that, he spots the VK. You can see the gun handling here again. We get a nice shot into the lower plate of that VK heavy tank. And get another nice shot in. Those high explosive anti-tank rounds really do help with this as well. We'll put a blind shot in. We'll see if that does anything later on. But so far we are at 3.5k damage and almost 1800 assistance. So for not playing this tank at all for several months at a time and then pulling it out every now and then, it has done quite well for itself. Okay, so we have successfully, definitely defended our base. Now it's time to go and pick off the remaining tanks on their team. Along with my excellent driving, I'm going through the river, so that slows me down more than it should have. But we're going to try to get close enough before everyone else gets there and snags the damage. Because we all know that we want that sweet damage. And here again, the turbo really makes a difference on the M48 Patton. Before I put the turbo on, this tank felt quite sluggish and didn't really feel all that mobile. But since I put the turbo on, it has really made me like the tank better as a whole. So you can see that the Conqueror is all by himself in the city, and my platoon mate has really cut him off from any support from the back. So we're just going to zone in on him and pick him off before we move on to the rest of the two remaining tanks. And with a 3v1 like that and an artillery stun, he really has no chance of defending himself properly. I'm going to try spreading out a little bit here. There are two tanks off to the right, so I'm going to pull over to the left onto the railroad tracks and try to come in from a slightly different angle. And just like that, we find the M6Y. Luckily, he misses his shot, and I land mine. And now it's just a matter of waiting until he's distracted by other players until I move in to try to get some more damage. I'm going to pop out from behind cover to get one last shot into the M6Y. Just like that. Get some damage in on him. And now that was a worrying sight to see because I knew I was dead if that went through. But fortunately for me, the armor, he hit the armor on my turret, I believe, and this turret armor is somewhat lucky. You'll get the occasional bounce that will save your bacon. So there's the battle. I think it was 6.5k combined. You can see the results there. Not a bad result for a tank I pull out every few months. So thanks for watching, and we will see you all in the next one.